Peace and love, good people. Peace and love. Is Stock Market Daddy. Welcome back to another gem, another jewel for you. Let's talk about tax lots. All right. As you can see, I got Quantum side pulled up. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna be real transparent with you. I thought this was a Quantum stock. In the beginning of the year, when I was hearing all of the rave, I saw Rigetti, I saw QUBT, D-Wave, quantum computing, and then I saw this little cheap stock, Quantum Sci. Before I did my due diligence, before I looked into it, before I did research, I FOMO'd in. Okay, not only did I FOMO in a little, I FOMO'd in a lot. All right, so today I'm going to tell you and teach you about tax lots and what to do when you FOMO into a position with more size than a wise trader would do. All right, before we get into this, I want you to consider joining the Patreon. If you need to master technical analysis and learn to trade options, hear me out. If you're looking to develop your technical analysis, if you want an introduction to technical analysis and charting, I'm going to help you out. Become a gold member of the Patreon. If you are ready to learn and earn, I repeat, if you are ready to learn and earn, and you want to learn how to trade options the right way, I have something for you here. Tax lots. All right, so let's get into it. I have 1,000 shares at an average cost of $220. I am going to sell, okay? But I'm not going to sell just a random 500 shares. I want to reduce my risk. I want to reduce my exposure. I don't want to be this heavy in QSI, but I still want to leave an opportunity on the table for this thing to surprise me. So this is what you do. You go up here to where you see shares. All right. You switch this to sell in tax lots. Okay. Sell in tax lots. Now, as you can see, another thing that I don't like a wide bid-ask spread on shares. I don't like that. That's not good to me. So we have a bid of 165 and an ask of 188. That's where we're getting that 182 price from. So before I get stuck in here, I want to go here and say that we are going to sell at 180. All right, that's about right there in the middle. I think the mid price is 182. Let's do 182. But this is what I want to show you. Select tax lots. So now it shows you every order that I placed for these shares. And I get to choose which order I want to sell. Okay, so as you can see, I have quite a few negative positions based on the date and time and the price that I bought these shares at. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to sell 500 shares for profit. Okay. I want to lock in some gains and see if this thing continues to fluctuate. So step one is I'm going to choose the tax lot. So the best thing that I did was dollar cost average down in the month of August. All right, so this really has brought my total cost down, but now I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to sell these 400. Now it's showing that I have an estimated gain of 282 on 400 shares. Now I want to cut my position in half, so I want to sell 500 shares. So now I get to decide, okay, I'm selling the 4 that I profited in, and I have 600 shares left. All right, so do I want to sell 478 and break even? Or do I want to sell 100 shares at 190 or 189 and take a slight loss. Okay, so what I'm going to choose to do is I am going to take a slight loss right here. Boom. All right, so now I'm going to lock in $275 in gain and reduce my overall exposure by 500 shares. This is going to open up. It's going to put $910 back into my buying power at a profit. Okay. Now my average cost is going to change. It's going to go back up. It's going to show maybe more of a significant loss, but at the end of the day, I know that my target sell price, my break-even price on the next 500 shares is going to be 220, even though it might show, something different. All right, so we're going to submit this. It's 3:57 in the morning. All right, so boom. It's 3:57 a.m. This is going to fill at 7 a.m. or it's going to be available to be filled at 7 a.m. So I'm going to go ahead and take my profit. I'm going to go ahead and take 500 shares off the table, half of the position size, and we are going to reallocate that money into a better position. All right, there's a lot of opportunities here. I'm going to wait for a red day. I'm going to leave this in my buying power. I'm going to wait for a big red day. I'm waiting for a rug pull. We're at all-time highs. Things are skyrocketing. That's another reason why I've decided to take this QSI. And hey, let's say it shoots up to 400. It's all right. I didn't lose much. Right now, I would be up 275 on 500 shares. All right, and we are going to learn from this. We're going to make sure we do our due diligence moving forward. We're going to be sure to choose companies that have great track records, that have been around for a while, and we're going to chart. I chose QSI and bought without consulting a chart, and that's something that I will never do again. Wanted to share that with you. So with that being said, tax lots, as you can see, very important. Very powerful tool, and sometimes it's not just having knowledge of the market, but you have to have knowledge of the platform. I repeat, knowledge of the platform. The better you are able at navigating and maneuvering through the platform, the more likely you will be a profitable trader. All right, peace and love.